welcome to the Dixie Life. I'm Maisie.
And I'm Brody.
We have a lot of great things on the show for you today, so we're glad you checked it back out. We're going to talk about homecoming.
But first, we're going to recap what happened last week with fall break, and we're going to do that with Amber.
I went across campus interviewing many students on what they did for fall break.
I went to Glendora, California for my class reunion.
I went home and visited teachers and went to a football game and my brother's farewell.
I went to Las Vegas to meet my family.
I took my wife and kids to Disneyland.
I worked and stayed home.
For fall break, I'm in the show choir Raging Red. We went to a little town called Tropic in between Panguitch and Kanab. We did 4 different shows for elementary and high school kids.
I spent time with my kids. I took them to their football game and their soccer game and 2 basketball games.
I went to California to see my grandparents, and we went to Disneyland.
I went home to northern Utah.
I went to Vegas and we went and had a bonfire up in Diamond Valley.
For fall break, I went back home, visited my family, went to a couple football games of my old high school, went to some volleyball games, and just hung out and visited with old friends.
I worked every day.
I worked and watched TV and movies. Yeah. And went to the corn maze. We did go to the Staley Farm corn maze and saw Taken 2.
This is the Dixie Student Life reporting Amber English.
Thanks for that, Amber. I hope everyone had fun over fall break. I know I sure did. I had a staycation here in Dixie, and it was wonderful. But this week, what we're going to be doing is homecoming, so I hope everyone's super excited for that. We've got a lot of big activities. Maisie and I have both been involved in planning those. So what you're doing the kickoff, right? Are you starting off?
I'll be participating in the kickoff. Actually, we're going to have photo contests and free foods out there. I'm not actually running it, but I know I'll be out there because it's going to be super fun. And then we're following it up with the Miss Dixie pageant on Tuesday.
So Miss Dixie last year was a huge pageant. We had, what was it, 28 girls. It was the largest college pageant in the state of Utah. Miss Dixie went on to do great things this year. We're expecting big things. They're all great candidates, great pageant girls.
They're beautiful, fun girls. And just so you know, that is $5 and it's at the Cox Auditorium. So make sure you check that out, but don't forget your $5 because that would suck. We have a comedian on Wednesday. His name is Tommy Johnigan, and he's hilarious. I've watched videos of him. I know Brody has. He's funnier than Brody.
Not really. Not really. He's okay. He's up there with me, but not quite as funny. He took second on Last Comic Standing. He's been touring all over with NBC for the Last Comic Standing tour. He's great. It's free for students, so come check it out. That's going to be in the Gardner Ballroom, right?
Yes, and it's actually free for everyone.
Oh, so free for everyone. Come
bring
out.
Your friends, bring maybe your children?
PG-13.
Yeah,
PG-13.
if your child's over 13, bring them. And then Thursday, okay, this is almost monumental. We're painting the D Road, and it's the first time we've done it in a while. And not only that, but for all of you students out there, if we're doing it in a new place. So if you come out and paint the D Road, then in 30 years, when you bring your kids to go to college, you can say, I was the first one to paint that D on that road.
It's been about 3 years. So as soon as they started construction on the Hall building, they tore down the stretch of road where we were used to do it. And so this is the first time we're going to be doing it in about 3 years. And before, with that D, they painted it there and it just stays there, and then they just repaint it every year. So come be involved because you're going to paint the original D that's going to be there, hopefully for, you know, a few decades.
That is at 2:30 in front of the Burns Arena. And then you can follow it up that night with the annual Powder Puff game at 7:30. And that is free as well for everyone.
Maisie's going to be quarterback. Or not quarterback.
Center.
Running back. Center.
Center.
She's going to be out there playing
Third time's a
foosball.
charm.
She's going to be playing the foosball out there.
I'm just going to run around.
And the Rebelinas halftime show. Rebelinas are going to be dancing.
Hilarious.
They do a great job.
So make sure, that'll be entertaining for all. Trust me. Maybe not as much the players, but everybody else. And that caps up Thursday, and then we get into Friday and Saturday, which are just the big days.
So Friday, it's pretty much all day. We have the Alumni Assembly. It's in the Eccles. It starts at 10 a.m. Then we have Rock the Mall. And so if you don't know what do you know what Rock the Mall is? Have you been involved in it?
I haven't been involved, but I do know what it is. I'm involved this year.
Well, as returning champion, I can probably explain.
Champion.
We won #1 last year.
Brody
Ambassadors.
likes to win.
We're going to win this year again as student government. But what it is, all the different student organizations, they do their own rendition of the school song.
Everybody loves the school song.
It's going to be great. You learn it. You do different things. Last year we did a Backstreet Boys rendition, and we dressed like zombies, and we won. And the winner gets to go to lunch at the Pizza Factory. So it's great. If you don't know the school song, come and listen to it about 30 times. Sure, you'll know it by the end of the day.
And it'll be funny. It's just fun. It's at 1 p.m. at the Encampment Mall. And then we have a new thing this year. It's the pep rally, and we're actually going to tell you more about that in a little while. So we'll just skip over that for right now.
We have our spirit chair, Jill Wolfenstein. She's here with us, so we're actually going to interview her and talk to her about that, because that's something brand new for Dixie State College that she brought back. I'm really excited to be a part of it, so I'm glad she's doing that.
Get excited for that. And then
Haunted 5K.
I know.
Haunted 5K is bomb. We found out some good things from student alumni. The student alumni is the one that hosts it.
Okay, it is $15 if you buy your tickets. If you pre-buy your tickets and you're a student, $20 if not, and then it goes up $5 the night of the Haunted 5K. Actually, no, I think it goes up $5 homecoming week. It's gonna be awesome. They have Tuacahn coming out and chasing you. Like zombies will be out there.
So the Play Thriller that Tuacahn does every year, that cast is coming out and they're chasing the 5K runners throughout the course. So as you're running the course, there's gonna be zombies chasing you, and they'll be fully decked out. Everyone's been to Tuacahn, everyone knows the professional quality. That's what we're gonna have.
It's
those kind of zombies.
Awesome.
They might be real zombies knowing Tuacahn. They might actually have zombies.
Not only knowing Tuacahn, but knowing society today. Who knows? Maybe someone will get eaten.
No zombies. And then Saturday, a ton of stuff's going on again. Founders Day Assembly, that's in the Tabernacle. Starts at 9 a.m., so we're gonna kick off at 9 a.m. Homecoming Parade starts at 10 a.m. That's Greg Noel. That's our Vice President of Clubs and Organizations. He's doing a great job with that. Tons and tons of floats. It's going to be great.
That is a great one to bring the kids to. If you have children, I mean, we all remember going to parades when we were kids, and especially the homecoming parade in a college town. That is a great one to go out to, and it leads right into the tailgate that starts at 11, and will just build spirit for the game, which is at 1 p.m. in the stadium.
Tailgate's free. It's free food at the tailgate, free food, drinks. They're handing out sunglasses for the game there as well.
Just a ton of activities out there.
And that's student alumni. They do a great job with it every time.
And
then the football game, does anyone know, who are we playing for the football game?
Simon Fraser.
Simon Fraser, Canada. We're going to beat the Canucks this year. And then the homecoming Halloween ball.
And we're actually calling that Haunted Homecoming this year.
Haunted Homecoming.
We'll clarify some details on that. You are basically just, it's like a Halloween dance, but it's homecoming. So you can come out there with your date. You don't have to bring a date, and just dress in your Halloween costumes and have a fun time.
So they're going all out. This is a combination of two dances. So we usually have a Halloween dance, and we usually have a homecoming dance. This is combining the two together, so it's going to be crazy. They're getting the cauldron. They're going to decorate. It's under the graph.
It's under the graph, so it's like inside but outside. So if it rains, then you'll be dancing, and there will be rain surrounding you but not touching you. So that will be really cool.
It's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Wear a costume, or just come dressed like you just got back from a date. Prefer if you come in a Halloween costume.
It'll be fun.
Keep it classy. Or don't. I don't really care.
And ready? Here comes the drum roll for what follows homecoming dance. Everybody knows. Are you going to say it or am I?
True Rebel.
True Rebel.
True Rebel night. Got the chapstick in
This is the only way Brody can get a kiss.
It is. It is.
So.
But I'm a 7-time True Rebel. 7-time True Rebel.
I have
not to brag or anything.
Never kissed anybody after the dance, so.
I have every single time I've been here. But that's at midnight, right after the dance. Come to the dance, right after the dance. They're going to line the sidewalk to the fountain with some jack-lanterns. You walk down, and then at midnight, everyone kisses in the fountain. Hopefully you know the person you're kissing. You get chapstick, you get a True Rebel card.
Chapstick and a cold sore.
It's going to be great. Great way to cap off the night. So come out, check out all the events, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
You may have been to every sporting event and activity that Dixie has to offer, but you are still not a true rebel until you kiss someone at the fountain after homecoming. Who started the True Rebel tradition? No one knows. But if I were you, I'd keep a lookout for someone that you might True Rebel with. And remember, homecoming's this week. You might want to stock up on some gum and breath mints.
Well, I was feeling such a mess, I thought you'd leave me behind. Well, I was feeling so upset.
to a tailgate party is a great way to get excited and pumped for a Dixie State College football game. There is something fun for students, parents, and children. Kids get to go rock climbing, jump in the bounce house, or ride down an inflatable slide while parents and students enjoy their free food or ping pong. There are always free handouts and prizes to be won. Music is provided by the Dixie State College's pep band. To show your support for Dixie State College football, come to the next tailgate party and home game on October 27th. Reporting for the Dixie Life, this is Samantha Tomer.
Thanks, guys. Those events look great. I can't wait to go and participate in those. But right now, we have Jill Wolfenstein. She's our spirit chair for the DSCSA, and she's going to introduce the new event that we're doing this year, the pep rally. So what prompted you to come up with this idea?
Well, first off, I have to say thanks for having me today. I'm really excited about this pep rally. It's something new and fresh for Dixie, and we have just been looking to get the word out wherever we can. But the pep rally is going to be so amazing. We have about a 30-minute production that we're going to do to just get the students involved with everything and to have some games to win some fun Dixie swag bags. And the football team and the coach will be there to get everyone pumped up for the game tomorrow. And after that, we are having a fire and hot dog roast and s'mores, and we're going to be making capes to wear for the games on Saturday. And we're also doing a shirt swap, where if you bring a shirt from any other school and bring it to the pep rally, you can trade it in for a free Dixie Game Day shirt to wear at the game. And if any of you went to the Sandblast, we had the hashtag tattoos. We're going to be doing that again also. And it's just going to be a really fun event for all students or anybody in the community to come out and support the Dixie Red Storm.
So, and I heard you're doing a bonfire there. Are you going to burn the t-shirts, the other t-shirts for the t-shirt swap?
We are hopefully planning on that.
All right.
Ooh, and then I've also heard rumor, and I say rumor because I'm not sure how true it is, of a car bash.
It's in the works. It's almost 90% going to happen.
Yeah.
So we're really, really trying to get it there because I think it will definitely give the pep rally that extra oomph and get everyone really pumped up for the game.
This reminds me of the pep rally from Grease. I don't know.
I think about that every time.
You don't watch musicals?
That's
embarrassing for you.
I do not recall the pep rally in Grease. I don't even recall Grease, actually. But I'm going to recall this one because this one's going to be amazing. It really is a good idea. Other colleges do this. Everyone that in your high schools, everyone's high schools do this. So it's great that you're bringing it back. Is there anything that people need to know? I mean, is there a way that you want them to dress? Do you want them to know the school song before they come? Anything in particular for students or community that are coming?
Anything Dixie, really. We want to keep it as spirited as we can. Dean of Students Del Beatty is actually going to help teach everyone the school song who isn't familiar with it. So we can all make sure to do it because every time Dixie, especially the football team, scores a touchdown, we sing the school song. And so we really want everyone in the stands to be standing up and singing the school song. And we're also going to be teaching a cheer to do at the game as well, just so we get everyone in those stands on their feet cheering for the Dixie Red Storm.
All right.
And Jill, are you going to sing the school song for us right now? No, I'm just kidding. We won't make you do that. As much as you'd want to, we won't force you to do it right now.
I'm excited to go to. It's going to be great. I hear you have a really handsome and talented MC that's going to be there, so he's going to do a great job. Yeah. The whole thing's going to be amazing, so I'm going to be the MC, so I'll make sure it's amazing.
Oh, handsome and great. You were talking about yourself.
I was.
You know, this is going to be a perfect way to live the Dixie life.
All right, well, thanks for coming. We really appreciate everything you're doing for the students here at Dixie and increasing the spirit, so thank you for coming.
You've done a great job.
Thank you.
We're now going to get some news stories from our Saxy lady.
Hey there, Dixie. I'm Samantha Tomer with the Dixie Sun News, here to let you guys in on some news going on around campus and St. George. First off, reporter Katie McKellar takes us to the dark side with Dixie State College's latest production entitled Nightfall with Edgar Allan Poe.
They say I've gone mad, but they don't know what madness is. They don't know my story.
The Halloween special from Dixie State College's theater ensemble this year is The Nightfall with Edgar Allan Poe, a production that explores the darkness and perhaps madness within Poe's mind. Written by Eric Cobble and directed by Dixie's Mark Hauser, The Nightfall is expected to be dramatic, spooky, and suspenseful.
It's about Poe struggling with his sanity and insanity and, struggling with the loss of someone he's loved and projecting that into his writing, and that's what the story's about.
Expect Edgar Allan Poe. Expect the dark, the darkness that's associated with all of his writing. Expect storytelling at a wonderful level.
All teenage to adult audiences are expected to enjoy The Nightfall, but those of younger age might not enjoy it as much due to its dark nature.
It does have a dark theme to it. This isn't, I don't think we're going to try to make it kid-friendly in any way. It will be the gradual descent into hell.
Do that word, our parting bird, our fiends!
Showings will take place at the Eccles Black Box on October 18th through the 20th and the 23rd through the 27th at 7:30 p.m.
Nevermore!
For more information about the Nightfall or to buy tickets ahead of time, visit Dixie's box office website at DixieStateTickets.com.
Just come support it. It's going to be amazing.
Reporting for Dixie Sun News, I'm Katie McKellar.
Be sure to support our theater department and get your tickets before it's too late. 3 local artists showcased their subconscious and dark artwork last week at an art show called Ferocious Beauty. I was able to attend the art show and give you guys an inside look on some impressive talent. On October 13th, 3 local artists showed off their talented dark side in an art show titled Ferocious Beauty at the Gina Durrell Fine Art and Design Studio. Gina Durrell, Matt Clark, and Deborah Proball all showcased their work symbolizing the transition from dark into light.
We'll take some things that are ferocious, that come with a creative block, and we'll make them beautiful. And we'll call it Ferocious Beauty.
Gina's paintings symbolize a lot of her subconscious thoughts. She used a lot of black and white with just a little bit of color to tie dark and light together.
You deal with something that is your own issue, your own pain, your own hurt, your own demon, so to speak. And you take it and you use your creative abilities to work through that.
Some of the sculpture work portrayed a symbol or theme that had to do with issues and trials that everyone faces. Contemporary sculptor Matt Clark describes some of the themes of his artwork.
I've got 6 sculptures here that depict a dark night of the soul, such as things that are so devastating to all of us. I've got death, depression, envy and greed, suffering.
Everyone in some way was able to relate with the artwork that was shown.
Not only did people who came to the art show get to look at gorgeous art, but they also got to dress up in a masquerade.
The masquerade thing kind of just tied in because some of the paintings were coming out with masks on them, and then we all thought it would be fun to do a masquerade party.
Gina shares some thoughts to college students that inspired her.
I would say trust your heart. Trust what inspires you, and when you feel that inspiration, don't delay it. Go for it. Don't let your insecurities or anything that would keep you from getting in front of that canvas and rocking and rolling, don't let it hold you back.
For more information on Ferocious Beauty and Gina Durrell's artwork, visit GinaDurrellArt.com.
Reporting for Dixie Sun News, I'm Samantha Tomer.
If you get a chance to check out these artists' work, you will not regret it. I hope you're hungry because reporter Brett Lunsford takes us on a tour around St. George to the best sports girls in town.
I'm Brett Lunsford reporting for the Dixie Sun News, and today I asked managers why your next big game should be with them.
Iggy's concept is unique in and of itself because we have a very large menu. That's one nice thing that I like to push about our establishment. There's 111 menu items. 90% of our menu is made from scratch daily.
We sell really good food. We don't freeze any of our food. We don't deep fry any of our food. It's all baked and fresh. And I think it's good of the food. And then we have 2 big TVs. We have a big old projection screen TV that people love to enjoy to come and watch the games on. And on Sundays we have the NFL Sunday Ticket. So if your NFL team isn't playing on the local TVs, you can come in here and catch it on any of our TVs here.
Here at Wingers Roadhouse and Grill, we have the world's best wings and sticky fingers. Other places have wings or a boneless wing, but they don't have our sauce, and we definitely have the best sauce there is out there.
The ambiance in here, all of the plants you can see in the building are live. We maintain those as well. The decor, the ambiance, you just can't beat it.
And it's good, good bar food, good sports finger food.
Definitely our food. Our food is fresh. Our wings are the best in town. You're never going to find our wings as good as ours are. Our sauces are we have tons of different kinds of sauces.
We have 9 TVs here, and they're always on some sports program. I try to keep a variety of things going, just for the ambiance and things like that. And so, there's a little bit of whatever you want to watch on TV.
As you can see, there are many great places to enjoy your next game day. Fantastic food, awesome atmospheres. Bring some friends and check them out.
If you have anything that you'd like to share with us, like us on Facebook at Dixie Sun News. For Dixie Sun News, I'm Samantha Tomer. Back to you, Brody and Maisie.
Oh man, thanks for all that information. I know you were talking about seeing Poe anyways.
I'm going to. Halloween's my favorite holiday, and so I just try and absorb as much as possible. So
I can tell.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna definitely check that out. And then sports grills. Do you go to any sports grills?
You know, I don't watch sports that much, but I like to go with people who do like to watch sports. So
there you go. There's a lot of cool sports grills down here. Check out sports grills. Go to Poe. That's a Dixie production, so it's gonna be great.
We have amazing actors here.
We do.
We're now actually gonna toss it over to Tusi in the kitchen to get a special treat whipped up for us.
Hi, thank you to Maisie and Brody. My name is Tusi, everybody, and I've got here Connor, who's gonna make us some yummy homemade bread. So Connor, what do you have for us today?
All right, in this large mixing bowl, I have 3.5 cups of sifted white flour. And then in this measuring pitcher, I have 1 egg and then 1 egg yolk, cracked and mixed. And then I'm gonna add enough warm water to make 1 1/4 cups.
Okay.
And then you'll just mix that together.
All right.
And then now in here, you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of salt.
Just that much?
Just 1.5 tablespoons, and then 1.
Is that some special yeast or?
No, it's just, we're just gonna add 1 teaspoon of just regular plain old yeast. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar. And then we're just gonna mix it all together.
Oh. That looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's awesome. All right, and then I have 2 tablespoons of just plain old butter that you're just gonna add in.
I have a question about the butter. Like, I love butter. Like, so is it okay to put like more than this, or?
Not necessarily. You don't want to add more when you're cooking it, but after, just go right ahead, just throw it right on, and it'll just melt right in, and it'll be very delicious. Yeah, and so right now you're gonna just take your fingers. It's the best tool you have. You're just gonna break it up until it looks like small breadcrumbs.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna do this and mix it all the way up. Make sure you're getting all the flour incorporated.
All right.
All right, and if you can see, it's starting to look a little bit like it's not just flour anymore. It's kind of like clumpy a little bit, kind of like how breadcrumbs look. And you're just breaking up the butter in between your fingers, just making sure that there aren't any big pieces in it.
Yeah.
All right, and once that is ready, you're gonna make a well in the center. And then you're gonna pour in your egg and water mixture.
Okay, do you dump all of them in it at the same time? Or?
Yes, you'll just dump it right on in.
All right.
And then you just mix it in with your hand. This is where the messy fun part begins.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some flour and we're gonna dust the countertop lightly, just like that. And then we're gonna turn this out onto the counter. And then we're just gonna knead it with our hands for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how wet your dough is.
Okay.
And you may need to add more flour as you are kneading it, depending on how wet it is.
Okay.
And it really just depends on the day, like the altitude that you're at. It really depends on how much flour or liquid you will need. You may need to add more, you may not. It's just.
So like if you use more dough, like if you have more dough, you use like more flours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just add a little bit more and it's almost done.
That looks good.
Yeah, it is awesome, and it smells great once it's rising.
I can smell it.
All right, we are just about there.
Yep.
Okay, now we'll just get another bowl that will brush with some oil so it doesn't stick.
Oh, that's when we use the oil.
Yeah, so we'll just brush it lightly, not a lot, but enough so that it will not stick. And then we'll just kind of shape our ball of dough into a nice uniform ball. And then we'll set it in there to rise, and we'll get just a towel or some plastic wrap to cover it to keep the heat in, and you'll put it in a warm place for about a half hour or until it doubles in size.
Okay. All right, it's been about half hour since he made the dough, and here's how it looks like now.
All right, and now we'll just take some more flour, just lightly dust our countertop again, and then we'll just take this out, and then we'll knead it for about a minute.
Oh.
Just to rework the yeast in there and to get the air bubbles out that we need to. So it doesn't take much to just knead this one out. And then we're going to take our pan. It's just a 9-inch baking pan. Then we'll just roll the dough out into the size and shape of the pan.
And we don't use much flour for that part, right?
No, because it's already, it won't be very sticky, so you'll just need a little bit, and then it'll just roll out and pretty easy.
Do we put a little bit of oil in the pan or what?
Yes, we will. We will brush the pan just like we did the bowl so it doesn't stick during the baking process.
Okay.
And we will do that right now. And so right now you're not using a lot of oil, you're just getting into the cracks and corners so it doesn't stick when you're pulling it out. It's not too hard, and you're really only using about maybe a teaspoon of oil throughout the whole pan.
Yeah.
It really does not take a lot. All right, and now you'll take your rolled out dough and then you'll just place it in. Maybe I find it helps it to just form a little bit better if you just press it into the corners. And then once you have that, you'll stick it into a preheated oven at 425 degrees.
For how long?
For about 25 to 30 minutes, or until it gets firm and golden brown.
Okay. It's been 25 minutes since we put the bread in the oven, and then now it looks like it's ready.
Yeah, let's pull it out.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah, it's really hot. It's a lot hotter than your normal temperature for baking.
I can tell.
Yeah, but so you'll want to transfer this from the pan to a wire rack to cool.
Okay.
But the best part is just you have to fight the urge though to get out and eat it though, right? As soon as you pull it out of the oven, because it is super hot, but it's the best. About maybe 10 minutes after you pull it out, put some butter and some jam on it.
And ready to eat.
Oh yes, it really is.
Thanks, Connor, for coming. And back to you, Brody and Maisie.
Thanks for that, Tusi and Connor. Looks delicious. Save us some.
Seriously.
We're really glad you guys checked out the show this week. Hopefully you come out and check out some of the homecoming events we've got going on, specifically the football game. That's one of our biggest things.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. We'll be giving out the t-shirts. We'll be giving out sunglasses.
And we have a
free food.
Special surprise noisemaker there. So it'll be an extra noisy game.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep living the Dixie life.
Come next week. Bye, guys.
All these kinds of places make it seem like it's